Hi, everyone. As we're heading into the end of the school year, I wanted to take a few minutes to give you an update on a variety of different things that are happening here inside the district. It continues to be a very dynamic period here for the schools. And of course, that's happening inside of a context where it's a dynamic period for our community, for our state, and in our country right now. So as we're trying to make these really difficult decisions that really shift a lot of the way in which we're going about delivering services to the community, I wanted to just quickly review, what are we using as our guiding principles as we go, as we think about some of these decisions, whether they are decisions about end of the year programming, preparing for the fall, meal services. How are we going about framing our thinking? So I just wanted to run back through those. I had shared them with you before. We initially had talked about in the first days of the COVID situation and the closure that there were two ideas that we were really trying to hold on to. And one was that we were two goals, that we're going to keep the children of Springfield physically and emotionally safe. And the second, that we were going to provide learning opportunities while keeping our staff physically and emotionally safe. And then as time went on and we started to get into the next wave of kind of decision making, we added a few additional things as we started to kind of refine what we were trying to do. Those included that we're going to keep relationships first, that we were going to thoughtfully monitor what learning was occurring with students and work to ensure that all students were learning during this period of time, that we would link our decisions to an understanding of what we were going to need to do when we eventually return to school in anticipation of the fall, and that we would try to be reflective in an ongoing way about what it was that we were learning as we were going through this whole process, and what could we hold on to that could inform things when we got back into some new normal. So in that vein, we've made a bunch of additional decisions and steps that we've taken in the last few days that are important to a bunch of people in our school community. So I just wanted to walk through a few of them really quickly. The first two are both things around seniors, and the first of those is Arch Day. So some of you may know this, and some of you don't, but Arch Day has become a tradition at the high school where we celebrate the last official real day for seniors. Seniors come into the building and there's an arch in the lobby, and staff are there to applaud them as they come through. And there's some other elements to that as well. But it's this recognition of the last day before we get into senior events of being a senior and of being a student in our system. So we were determined to make sure that tradition was going to continue, and it will. And originally it was going to be tomorrow. It's not going to be in the high school lobby. We're going to have students at scheduled times, groups of students driving through an arch in our parking lot here at the high school. But we wanted to make sure that tradition continued. Now, because of the weather, we have a little bit of concern about possible thunderstorms tomorrow, so we're going to be pushing it back to Thursday. But we'll still be having that event. In addition, it's been challenging this year to try to plan and figure out graduation. We've had a variety of different guidance from the state about what's appropriate or possible for graduations, and as a result of that, we kept moving what it was that we thought we were going to do. And when we got the most recent guidance, that had gone everything from a singular student would drive through to a stage at the high school and walk through, pick up at the home and walk out, to a couple of other versions, to where now we're in a situation where we're going to be able to have more groups of students come together in chunks and graduate with some of their classmates, and we'll be circulating through having some smaller groups come through. And the focus on that is to still make sure that we're maintaining the safety guidelines that we need to, but as the governor has expanded a little bit what we're able to do in terms of people, that we really focused on, rather than having, if we had to decide between students being together more or having much bigger audiences, and we really focused on that student togetherness part. So we'll be doing a couple days of. It's going to take us a couple days to get through graduation. That'll be coming up soon. We're putting out more detailed information to senior families tonight through the high school, and then we'll post some of that to our website as well coming up. For the community, I know it's disappointing too, because this is not just the students and their families. This is also a big community event as well, especially when we're able to do it outside on the fields. We're not going to be able to offer that type of thing this time around, and that's really disappointing. But we are working closely with SAPA TV to try to put together something that then we'll be able to air to the community. And I think one of the nice things about it is, unlike previous graduations, we're also going to have an opportunity for students to have a little to be able to have a little bit more said about them individually, which we're really looking forward to. So it'll be a nice new thing, and we'll give an opportunity for more of the community to understand who some of our graduates are. So we're looking forward to that. Of course, there will come a time, and hopefully it's next year, where we're back into graduation looking more like it traditionally would be. But we're determined to make this as good an experience as we can for our seniors who have worked so hard for so many years coming through our system. So